Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to never miss the latest updates. So let's get started. In this session, we are going to learn about placement groups. So we are into a document. As of now, you can see docs.aws.amazon.com. If you go to this page, you will find all the documents and all the related matrices over there. So you can see you can learn more detailed things by using these documents. So you can see let's go placement groups. When you launch a new instance, the EC2 services attempts to place the instance in such a way that all of your instances are spread across underlying hardware. So I have read this statement. I will just tell you in a quick simple way. So when you are creating an instance, our instance will be placed across an availability zones, right? Every region, as I told you, every region it has an availability zones. Availability zones are nothing but data centers. Like if you are from Mumbai region, if you are from India, Mumbai is one of the data center. In Hyderabad we have other data center, and Bangalore we have other data center. So we have all together 3 data centers in India. So what is the thing is, if you create instance, the all together instances, if you create 100 instances, all instances are spread equally between all the availability zones. Why we spread all these? To avoid the like failures in the sense, if you have an earthquake, if you have any fire accident, and if your availability zone goes down, then what happen, there will be another availability zone up and running, so that our instance will be stick and up and running. So to avoid the business losses, and to avoid good communication between instances, we use placement group. So in this placement group, we have some strategies how to place the instances. AWS has given a choice to the customers to use it. So let me just quickly tell you those 3 strategies. We have a cluster firstly. So cluster, what happens is, it is like together placed in one availability zone, and we have only one hardware to it. So you can like assume like what is the one hardware, like in one hardware, what if the hardware fails over there. So if the hardware fails, we have another instances. But what happens in cluster, we have all, if you have 100 instances, all those 100 instances are placed under one hardware. So that what happens, if you are going with any artificial intelligence code execution, and if you have any batch jobs to be run, these all batch jobs are executed in one hardware. So that what happens, the network throughput between the instances will be good, so that the communication will happen equally. If you see, if you have an if you are familiar with any artificial intelligence code, if you want to run artificial intelligence code, one code should be run, there will be like 100 lines of code and 100 types of files over there. So each type of file should be run with another different software. So we need a large amount of instances. What happen if the outputs of those all together combined will be having our artificial intelligence output? So in that scenario, the output need to be transferred with an equal rate of speed between the instances. So to get those more accurate, we use cluster as our instances. You can read this like strategy enables the workloads to achieve the low latency network performance necessary for high processing CPU applications. Okay, so high compute CPU applications. Okay, so we have a partition. We have, it is a version, like version 2 is a spread. Okay, so let me explain you first about spread. In this, what is a loophole of cluster? In cluster, if one hardware fails, our entire business will be goes down, right? So all together are placed in one hardware. So if one hardware goes, our business will be down for the particular period when till the hardwares are up and running. So to avoid that scenario, what happened, AWS came up with a strategy called spread. So using this spread, we spread all our instances across availability zones. Okay, as I told you, we have in India we have 3 availability zones. In other regions it is like more than 6 availability zones will be available. Okay, So as per availability zones, it will spread all over your instances equally with across availability zones. So what happens here? Here we have restrictions. So in spread, we each availability zone will get 7 hardwares only. Okay, so 7 hardwares will be there to place our instances. So if you have example, if you take, we have 3 availability zones. Each availability zones will have 7 hardwares. So total 7 into 3 is around 21. Okay, so we have 21 hardwares, we have 100 instances. So 21 divided by 100, each hardware will have around 2 instances or 3 instances, so that all together will up and running perfectly. If one hardware fails, there will be other hardwares available in the availability zone. If one availability zone fails, there will be 2 availability zones up and running for us to avoid the disaster recovery. Okay, so next one, what are the disadvantages of spread? So we have we have like network speed is very less compared to cluster, so we need good network throughput, and we also need a good communication network speed. Okay, network speed, and we need disaster recovery strategies too together, like we need a cluster together with spread in one strategy. So AWS again came up with a term called partition. Okay, the partition is also one of the strategy. What happens here is, so these are placed in one availability zone only. If you want, you can spread it over other availability zones also, but what happens here is, in each availability zone will be giving a racks. So each rack is known as one partition. In each rack we can have like around some hardwares over inside those. So we, in each rack, you know about data center, right? If you click data center, let me quickly show you data center. Let me go to images. Okay, the good one is data center. Yep, this one is good, I believe. See here we have this is one of the rack. Okay, so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 6, all these are the servers placed over here. Okay, so similarly we will be having, in partition type of strategy, we will be having 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 racks comes together in one availability zone. We have also limitations in availability zone. We have limitations in partition. Okay, so in terms of spread we have 7 hardwares. In terms of partition we have 7 racks, means 7 partitions over here. Okay, so in each availability zone, by this what happens, we will be having good network throughput, and we'll be having good disaster recovery strategy also. Okay, if one rack fails, then we'll be having another rack. If entire availability zone is going down, then we should be going with an other availability zone. We can spread our instance using an other availability zone, and we can use up our partition strategy in it. So with the combination of spread with the combination of partitioning strategy, so to mix it together, we can use our placement groups. Okay, so quickly I'm giving a recap. So placement groups are nothing but once we started our instances where we need to be placed in our data center. Okay, in our racks, or it should be if you are going with 3 instances, what it should be like close together. It should be like in different availability zone. In Hyderabad one instance, in Mumbai one instance, in Bangalore one instance. It's also fine, we can place in that type of strategy also. It's completely depend upon your business requirement. So these are about 3 strategies. So how to place the strategy, how to create an instance inside the strategy using the strategy. Let me quickly show you that. We have our EC2 instance. If I clicked on EC2 instance, so you'll be into your EC2 portal. So we have an instance option here. Click on instance. Before going to launch any instance, just you scroll it down. You'll be seeing the option called placement groups under tab of network and security. Okay, just click on placement groups. Now actually we have one placement group, so let me quickly delete this one. So I just forgot to delete. make sure you must delete that, because if you are not deleting, it may be charge you. Okay, so if you forgot sometime, it may be charge you. So once you have clicked on create a placement group option, you will be popping up with enter the name of the placement group. So I am going with something called high application, something I application. So what type of strategy you want to use? You want to use cluster. Your all instances should be in one availability zone, in one hardware. You can use cluster. Spread, you want to spread your instances across the availability zone with 7 hardwares each available, 7 hardwares in each availability zone. You can do it. Spread. Partition in one rack, you will be having one availability zone, you are having 7 partitions, and you will be having you can spread across your availability zones also. So I'm going with the cluster one, remaining ones you can figure it out, it's easy. Okay, I have created one cluster placement group. Okay, now what I want to do, you just go here, go to instances, launch instance, select any one of the instance. Okay, and you must select this launch type, and just scroll it down. You'll be seeing a placement group strategy here. See placement group, just add the instance to placement group. It will be popping up to enter the existing placement group, or you want to create a new placement group. I have already created a placement group, you know that previously, my high application one. So if I click here, you can see there is no results found, right? So why it's not creating instances? So in terms of cluster placement group, we need a bigger hardware, because we are creating multiple instances in one hardware, right? So we need to take bigger instance type, means like we need one CPU and one RAM, and we install 100 instances in it. It's not possible, right? So for that we need at least around M5 large type of instances. So we'll go with this one, M5D, which we have 96 processors and 384 GB of RAM. Okay, let's go. So yes, I want to continue this type of instance. Yeah, just go here, cluster. I am selecting existing group. Just click here. You'll be seeing your cluster placement group available here. Just click here and just click on next, and you can create it. Actually, I'm not going to create it because it's cost for money. You just know the terms we have in placement group, and under placement group we have 3 strategies: cluster, spread, and partition, and know about each one, what is cluster, what is partition, and what is spread. Okay, so this is about the placement groups. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in next video.